little special thing yesterday for Mr. Kitely because it was his birthday yesterday.
Oh, was it?
And so we had Karen in there. We gave him a picture and the team all signed it and Mr. Kitely.
Great.
But this is on behalf of the team for you and your mom, okay?
Thank you all.
You got anything to listen to?
Thank you. I know you do. He wishes he, boy, you'd be having so much fun.
Oh, wouldn't he?
I'm going to tell you.
Who's he going to be with when we play on Jan 2nd?
I think we all know the answer to that one. I think we know. Yeah, this is great. Thank you all so much. I wanted everybody to sign this. This is great.
They're all on there, okay?
This will be treasured. I'm going to hang this next to his jersey.
On this time for Kentucky basketball that we're going to have a chance to pass that 2,000 mark. And having Coach Hall and Mr. Rupp here with us is a special thing. And more than half the wins were from your father and you as an assistant coach player.
Right. More
than half of them. And but it's a pleasure to be here with you at Coach Rupp's gravesite, and what a great thing. And this cemetery is amazing.
Beautiful cemetery. Beautiful place. Come in the spring and it is spectacular.
Wow.
And a lot of people, Herky, visit Coach Rupp's grave. They visit it all year round, and especially during the basketball season. They leave us messages, notes, letters. Tournament time, they leave us brackets and show us how Kentucky's going to win the Final Four.
That is great.
But it's wonderful. It means so much to us to have these people remember my father in such a meaningful way.
Well, Coach, what do you think as we try to take this program past 2000? I mean, what does it mean?
It means that Coach Rupp, as he always said, he wanted to lead the program on a sound foundation, not build it on sand. Absolutely. And it just proves that he built a program that will endure. And the tradition that he built and is carried on through 3 other coaches that have won championships, myself, Rick, and Tubby. And now it's your turn. But it's a program that has got such great tradition that it just it leads to winning, and that tribute is to Coach Rupp. He'd be so thrilled with the way the program has continued and been carried on by the other coaches, including yourself.
Appreciate it.
It only enhances what he built here.
That's right.
For the program to continue to be in national picture.
Your father made it the pinnacle maybe of all sports to be a coach here. And for us to be here today and honor him and coach us leave some things, it's special. And what of the wins, can you remember something that you would say this was special? This run, these games, is there?
Each season was wonderful. It was a great experience being able to sit there and watch him coach those teams. And as I say, each team that he had, the year that he was coaching that team, that was his favorite team. And I'll help Herky answer that, because he won 4 national championships. You know, they stood out. And I was with him on one of them, and I was with him on probably a team that he admired as much as any was the Rupp's runs.
How about your run here, Coach? I mean, you know, there has to be some moments. And
well, to me, it wasn't a stepping stone. It was a destination, because I was a native Kentuckian, and to be able to have the opportunity, like I've heard you say, to coach at Kentucky is the all and everything in the coaching profession. So to me, it was an honor. It was something that I couldn't leave and go someplace else. This was my destination.
What about Coach? What did he enjoy about the city and about the people and about these fans? Because he really built them into what they are today. There's blue dust all over this world.
He loved Kentucky. Of course, you know the background of how he came here. But this was his adopted state, and he loved everything about it. He was more than a coach. He was multidimensional. He was involved with the Shrine. The Shrine, Crippled Children's Hospital out on the Richmond Road, would not have been there if it not have been for his efforts.
he was 18 consecutive terms president of the Kentucky Hereford Association. He didn't just lend his name to these things. He was active. He was the president for 18 consecutive terms. He went to the cattle shows. He showed cattle. I've had people come up and say, oh, I sat on a hay bale and ate a hamburger with your father at such and such show or county fair or something like that. He was involved with the Big Brothers program. I had a young man come up to me one day and he said, you know, my father, your father, was going to be my big brother. And he said, I'd been in a little trouble. He said, I hadn't been in a whole lot of trouble. And he said, it scared me to death. So he said, I ran off, left home, and went to Florida. And hid out for several months, and then they finally brought me back. And he said, your father was my big brother for that year. And he said, it was the most wonderful experience I'd ever had. So he was involved with that. But he loved Kentucky. He came here in 1930. We were in the middle of the Depression. He took this program and he built it from the ground up. And he gave them, I mean, the Depression was hard on everybody. It really hit Kentucky hard. And he took this program and hit, whether it was from Paducah to Western Kentucky, from Northern Kentucky to the Tennessee line, it gave the people something to kind of stick their chest out and say, this is something that we can beat you at. This is something we're better at.
Even Eastern Kentucky, they tell me that he used to make statements all the time. Those are the fans and the people and my people. And
that's right. And you realize that probably better than 85% of his teams were made up of Kentucky players.
Wow.
So he loved the state. He had opportunities to leave, he wouldn't leave. He says this is the best coaching position in the world.
And he created it, Coach, didn't he?
He certainly did. And it's endured as a credit to what he meant.
Well, again, thanks for coming today, and Coach, for all that you guys have done for this program. I'm only 10 games in, 11. I'm just trying to hold on and win the next one.
You're the most undefeated coach we've ever had. Don't belittle that.
We're just trying to get it done, but I'll tell you that the reason we're able to do what we're doing is because of your father and because of what you've done here, and we're all appreciative.
Thank you.
Thank you.